Hey there, actor friends. It's Michael Kostroff here. Um, I was recently, this is going to sound highfalutin, there's no way around it. I was recently being interviewed by two professors for a book they are writing for parents of young actors or child actors or aspiring child actors. I don't want to say stage parents because that's a certain connotation, but it's, parents of aspiring young actors. They asked a lot of very interesting questions that really made me think. Uh, but the one that I found particularly interesting was, how do you know if you have talent? Or how do you know if your child has talent in this case? That stumped me for quite some time as I thought about it. And I was surprised by where I landed. And this is what I wanted to share with you this week. And as always, you may disagree, and I'm always excited and intrigued when we have these conversations back and forth. But I said, uh, if you're a parent of a child actor, it doesn't fall to you to determine whether your child has talent. And then I thought about it some more, and I realized that it's not really my job to decide if I have talent. That was a mind blower. The way I see it, I say this a lot, but I just think being an actor is my calling. And, whether I have talent, first of all, that's very subjective. And I am always going to undervalue my talent. I find most of us do. Most of us do. Not all of us. I think most of us tend to think less of ourselves than the perceiver. And I think that's partially because we're just used to the things that we do. Like, I write really well, and people go, "Oh my God, how did you do that?" I'm like, "I don't know. It's just writing." When I watch dancers, Broadway dancers, I'm like, "Holy fuck, how do you do that?" They're like, "Oh, it's just dance. It's just a triple into a split, into a layout." I'm like, "Oh my God." You know, um, and to them, it's like, "Oh, it's just choreography." So I think we tend to sort of just tend overall to undervalue ourselves anyway. But I'm not sure that figuring out whether or not we're talented is one of our jobs or one of our tasks. Because what if I landed on I'm not talented? I'd act anyway. God help me, because I feel compelled to do so. I feel called to do so. I feel that it is part of my life's mission and something without which I would be incomplete. So, God help me. If I was cursed with no talent, I'd be an untalented guy pursuing acting. How do you feel about this? I'm really, really curious to hear what you think. Because, like I said, I was surprised by my own answer. I mean, I understand that for parents, they don't want their kids to end up being disappointed. But I mean, I don't think little kids ever think about whether they're talented or not. They're just like, I want to do it. It's fun. For that matter, they don't think about it whether they get the job or not. Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't get it, and they're like, yeah, but that was fun. That was fun. The audition was fun. Learning the lines was fun. They've got usually they have it on straight unless their parents have piped some bad ideas into them, which is a whole other thing. Which, yes, I did address, and um, but that's another subject for another time. Um, I have decided, or I've realized that and I do believe I'm talented, but I don't believe that's really. I don't know. I just don't think it's the most important thing for me to know. I am quite sure that there are hundreds, if not thousands, of people who think I am completely devoid of talent. And I'm quite sure that there are hundreds or if not thousands of people who think I'm immensely talented. Who's right? I don't know. It's subjective. Who gives a fuck? I'm an actor. My goal is to just make it feel as true as I can, as honest a reflection of the human experience, as entertaining as I can, as I don't know. I just don't know. Here's my question for you. I'm going to let you do the work this week. Fuck it. Do we need to know whether or not we're talented? Get back to me, and I'll talk to you next week. Bye.